G'day guys, it is a gorgeous evening for some bait fishing. I've got a new reel to try out, I'll tell you more about that in a sec. So until now, that was my favourite bait fishing reel. That's a Shimano Sienna 2500 FE. And it actually used to be on this rod. But that's my favourite bait fishing rod, and my new favourite bait fishing reel, I'm assuming, is this Shimano Sienna 2500 HG. It's actually a FG. The HG stands for high gear, I believe, because it's 6.2 to 1. That won't matter too much to me because I'm just going to be using it to go bait fishing. But that is basically the newer model of that, and I'm very excited to try pulling in a fish with it. Put the first bait in here pretty close. And the second bait, which has the new reel, out a bit further. Now I've been snagged just over there a few times recently after a fish is hooked up, so I've just gone a couple of meters back into the left of there with the hope that the fish will still be there but the snags won't. And it's as simple as that. Now I just wait for a bite. Something's pulling on it. Is it still there? Yep. Whoa, there we go. Whoa, that's got to be a big... Oh wow, that all happened so fast. That was a massive carp, and unfortunately he spat it. I was going to say this is a good test for the new reel. The drag was going off its head, but the fish is gone. Oh wow. I've been here 5 minutes and that's already happened. All right, I better get it back out there. There's hungry fish in the water, big ones at that. Try and get it back out in roughly the same spot. That's a bite on the other rod now. Very small tap. There's definitely something playing with this. Seems minuscule compared to the one I just lost, but there's something there tapping those worms. Well, I very much doubt that big boy will come back. That was a fair sized carp, I reckon, but I reckon the drag might have been 2 or 3 clicks too loose on the new reel. I've tightened that up and hopefully it makes a difference if I hook something else. Just putting on air guard because the mozzies are coming, and these nibbles are sneaky, just like the ones I had the other day when I was catching those tiny little carp. But I know for a fact there are some bigger carp in here because I lost one before, and there's one swimming around over there. I can see his fin. Sneaky bugger. That one was a bit shrimpish. I'm not convinced. Okay, that's not a shrimp. Might just loan these bells to that rod temporarily. Just juggling between the rods here so far. I can barely keep my bait in the water for 2 minutes without getting bites on both rods. Similar to the other day, but the fish seem bigger. Okay, thought it was a shrimp bite, but that one is a little bit bigger than a shrimp bite. Got it. Nowhere near as big as the first fish I caught. In fact, I just yanked it out of the water, and it looks like I'm dealing with... Oh, that's a little yellowbelly. You ripper. I'll wet my hand and we'll get a look at him. I was going to say we're dealing with a school of little redfin. I wasn't expecting a little yellow. He's tiny. There you go, guys. Look at that. Gorgeous little yellowbelly. He's probably about 15 centimeters. I wonder if there's a school of yellowbelly. That'd be interesting. The first fish I hooked was definitely not a yellow. That was too big. That was a really big carp, I'd say, but it looks like there's a few little yellows hanging around. All right, let's get you unhooked and back in, mate. No fussing. See you later. Well, I'm definitely dealing with some pretty small fish lately. Much better to be getting a small yellowbelly than a small carp though. So even though I've hooked into a massive carp and a tiny yellowbelly on the new reel, I haven't really had a chance to give it a good run yet. The first one, I think the drag was too loose and the fish got off straight away, and the second time that yeller was just surfing across the top of the water, so I didn't really get to put the reel through its paces there either. Hopefully I can catch something that'll give me a little bit of a fight on the new reel. Another little nibble. Still some fish around, which is good. I sat there in silence for about 8 or 9 minutes. I thought maybe the school or whatever it is out there's moved on, but there's another little nibble. Okay, that's not a little yellowbelly, and I think I've got the drag right this time. You ripper, this is what I wanted. I wanted to test out this new reel. That is a Murray. No, that's a big yeller. A nice yeller. I tell you what, well, that just bumped into the line. I think this one's coming home with me, guys. He looks perfect, and they are hard to resist when they're that size. In the net. And he has necked the hook. He was very hungry, but like I said, I'm keeping this one anyway. Let's have a look. Oh, that's very, very nice. I'd have a guess and say 43 centimeters for this one, maybe 44. We'll go 44. I'll get a quick measure and then I'll get him into the esky bucket. Haha. The iometer strikes again. 44 on the dot. You are dinner, my friend. Let's have one last look. Oh, what a glorious specimen. I'll turn away from the light. What a glorious specimen. Campaspe River yellowbelly of 44 centimeters. I'm going to keep him and call him dinner. Thank you very much, mate. This bad boy was a bit too big for the bucket, so what I've done is I've gutted him on the riverbank, and I'm just storing him in here in some fresh cold river water for the hour or so that I'll be here fishing. Now, if it was hotter, or if I was going to be here for the rest of the day, I'd be worried about him going bad, but that nice cool water should be enough to keep that fish fresh until I get home and fillet it and put it in the fridge. Righto, I've dealt with the yellowbelly, I've got my bait back out where it was, and I'm actually hoping to catch another one about the same size, so there's enough for me and my whole family to eat. 2 will do it for me though. If I end up catching a third after that, I'll put it back. Thought I saw the rod move. Got him. Yes. Oh, I think it's another yeller. Oh, there's a tap on the other rod now. Is it? It's not as big as the last one, but that is definitely another yeller. And I think he's big enough to keep as well. You ripper. I'll get a measure and make sure. I'm not just going to dong him on the head without checking. Oh, he might be a bit on the smaller side, actually. We'll find out though. There you go, my run of fish swallowing the hook continues apparently. Oh look, he is legal. He's a keeper again at 34. That'll do me. I'm not going to be greedy. He's nowhere near as big as the last one. He's 10 centimeters smaller, but he's still a keeper. You ripper. 2 yellowbelly for the dinner plate. My wife and kids will be stoked. Righto, he is dealt with just like the first one. Into the bucket he goes. Now, while I'm washing off my knife and my mat and my hook remover, I'm going to move this one bait that's left. Cancel that. Oh, no, yeah. I might just leave it in rather than waste another worm and put it over there. I wasn't going to keep another one today anyway. I'll just call it there, I think. Well, you can call me a pretty happy man after that session. I got to test my new reel and I get to take home a couple of yellowbelly to enjoy with the wife and kids. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I'll see you next time.